If y'all watching this, y'all could probably fast forward. Like, if you're watching this afterwards, you probably fast forward like 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes. Okay. All right. Because I have some stuff on my mind today. And I want to talk to y'all real quick. Man. What's up? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Okay. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Making sure y'all healthy as humanly possible. In this day and time, I see a lot of fuckery going on lately from the people, and I got some things in my mind. You can watch this whenever you watch this, whenever that will be, but just concerned about the community a little bit, just concerned, very concerned, What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, I check this, yo. So I figure I said something that I shouldn't have said, that offended certain people that watch me on YouTube about COVID or whatever it may be, and they starting to come at me again. I could tell. I could definitely tell. People were saying they're not getting my notifications again and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, here they go again. That's why that's why I'm silent sometimes, because that's why I think sometimes I'm like, people that appear to be on your side on this platform a lot of times be partnered with the enemy, and they're not really on your side, but you may think they are. It's just something keep on telling me, But what's up, everybody? What's going on? Because hopefully this video, I'm only here to make you think. That's all I'm here to do. Just to make you think about some things and to elevate your perspective. I'm not going to be on YouTube talking about ratchetness or fuckery, or what I'm not going to do on YouTube is I'm not going to compromise who I am to make you laugh. I'm only going to give you what you need so you can get better. And that is my only goal on planet Earth, is to give you what you need so you can get better. I'm not here to entertain you all the time. I'm not here to talk about drama, because I understand that, like, say if I did a video, right? And the title was I'm getting divorced. That's a lot of clicks. Like, oh shit, drama, right? And when it comes down to it, y'all, I need y'all to understand that a lot of y'all have woken up, but you're really not conscious. What's the point of being conscious, right? That's the title of this video. What is the point of really being conscious? Because what I see is a bunch of people, not everybody, and if this doesn't apply, let it fly, but what I see is a lot of people who say they have woken up, but now we're at the stage where all we do is focus on the problem. I see a lot of things. We talk about the problem so much that we're kind of addicted to it. We are addicted to all the drama and ratchetness without ever really focusing on solutions. And then when somebody tends to talk about a solution, or what are you doing as far as in your own life to create a solution, you tune me out, or you tune whoever else says that type of stuff out. Because if you're conscious, You understand that melanated individuals are addicted to entertainment and drama and ratchetness, but that is programming that you must break, because part of being conscious is focusing on your internal world and figuring out how to change that first. A lot of times when you're conscious, we like to read a lot of books and we focus on the external world and all the problems going on in America, but that's all we do is focus on them. We really don't start to look inside of ourselves, to figure out what's wrong with us. I had posted a video yesterday about plant medicine. Then it's gone, it's taken down. And a lot of us people, when the conversation comes with plant medicine or psychedelics, you think that's a white thing. And that's sad because your ancestors were the first people to take psychedelics because they understood that it took them to other spaces of perspective and other realms and all that stuff. And I'm here to show you that the things that you are afraid of and the things that you shun off are normally the things that probably are the best for you. But you are addicted to the drama and the bullshit. So I ask you, like, maybe you just are fake woke. There is such a thing as fake woke because what melanated individuals do is we will go to the thing that's popping and the hottest topic right now. And when the hottest topic isn't the topic discussed about, you'll forget about certain topics and you'll move to the next trend. Like, let's say veganism or the new dance or, whatever it may be. So, conscious people, what they do online, I'm not going to name any names, but it's what I've seen. What they do online is they feed your lower self so they can give you so they can talk to your higher self to a degree, but then make all the money off of you along the way. Me, I'll just talk about the solution and we'll focus on some of the problems, but I don't like focusing on the problem if we're really not going to talk about solutions. And the solution is the internal world. What is going on inside of you? Because I had 3 retreats last year. We and the men in my Patreon, we went to Maryland twice and we went to Arizona for plant medicine retreats. And what I learned from those experiences is what plant medicine does is bring whatever is in you out of you. So, with us as the melanated individuals, we have a lot of psychological trauma that we have not dealt with. And we also have a lot of physical torment, DNA. It comes out of you. And a lot of y'all got demons living inside you. I've seen them. I've seen people shape shift right in front of my eyes. I've been attacked by several people with entities in them on these retreats. I'm gonna say it. I've been attacked, and I'll never do plant medicine around any individual again. But it made me really see what was going on with my people. We are a damaged people. But if we don't fix the internal world, we can never ever change anything outside. And I see just people addicted to just entertainment all the time. I could see it. I could see it. And I was having a conversation with my wife today, and I was like, I just don't like that's not me. Like I can joke and I can laugh and I can do all that stuff, but I'm not going to directly feed you drama just to make money off you. That's just not what I do, and I'm never going to do that. And it may disappoint some people or whatever it may be, but like, are you really conscious if you're not working on yourself? Are you really conscious if you have not figured out how to crack the code to the matrix? Are you actually conscious? Or are you somebody who is conscious but you are still the sheep? Because when you become conscious, you go into the information inside and you go into the information outside. And what that information tells you is that you are tired of being a slave to someone else. So the first thing you normally say is, okay, I can't do this no more. I got to figure out how to monetize whatever gift I have so I can start to feed myself and my family the way that I want to because I want to control my life. If being conscious, you understand that you are a God. Yes, you are a God. Yes, you are a God. Gods create their own worlds, don't they? And if gods create their own worlds, well, the world you created for yourself, God, has been a world of if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But you're creating the world that you're living in right now, God. Now, it was I'm going to be really transparent in this video. It was really difficult to do videos like I wanted to do videos last year because I was going so deep to find out the information that I was looking to find out that when you come back off of these plant medicines that teach you so much, you really start to see the state of your people. Like you really start to see the state of your people, right? And you're like, damn, can these people change? Because we are going through what they call the Great Divide, right? The conscious people versus the people who are, I would say, sleeping. They don't want to wake up because there's a type of person that, they don't know their sleep. And there's another type of person that know their sleep and don't want to be woken up. Those are people which I call part of the problem. And I want to let you know, conscious people, because the more conscious you become, the more you come to this conclusion. Just because they have the color of your skin does not mean they are your family. Just because they share your DNA does not mean they are your family. Do you see what I'm saying? Because once you tap into your spirit side, there is people who have it and people who are going to bring you down. And the more conscious you get, the more you're going to separate from anybody who does not help you or serve your higher purpose. I don't care if it's mom, I don't care if it's dad, I don't care if it's sister, I don't care if it's brother, I don't care who it is. I just want to get away from any individual that does not want to do better for themselves. Because the reason why I was attacked in these retreats is because what happens is, and I actually found out when I was under why things happen, how demons can inhabit an individual. They call them walk-in. They can walk right into you when you are lower frequency, lower vibration, which is why this so-called virus or this sickness is not just a physical thing, it is also a spiritual and a mental thing as well. The frequency that you vibrate on, right, is going to either repel that away or absorb that in. And when you are somebody who fear mongers and you are afraid you're going to get it, that's called the law of reversal. It will come right to you, what you don't want. Now, what happens is when you're around these people who vibrate at such a frequency that is so low, a demon can walk in that individual and that individual can go attacking you at your higher frequency. Because when you're around those individuals or individual and you are going to that higher frequency, you want to do better for yourself, that person or that demon which is inhabiting that person's weakness can attack you at all levels. So when I went on these retreats with some people who weren't working on themselves, no matter how much I tried to tell them, work on yourself, their doubt, their fear, their insecurity allowed a demon to walk right in those individuals, because when you're under plant medicine, you are wide open. I mean, you are wide open. When you're drinking liquor, like liquor, right? Why do you think they call it wine and spirits, people? Because when you drink that wine or drink that booze, a spirit can walk right into you. Which is why sometimes when you do or say things when you're under the influence, you don't remember or you regret or let's say you get into an argument with somebody, you don't really mean that, but now you wind up saying something or doing something that you regret because that really wasn't you. And then before you know it, you are dealing with something that you really didn't have any control over because you have weaknesses. So part of being conscious is attacking all your weaknesses so you can be strong and so you can build up your frequency. If you understand what I'm saying here. So when you are somebody who has constantly worked on themselves, and let's say you do plant medicine, or let's just say you're attacking life at a high frequency, you're going to start to build a force field around you. And you're going to have an aura. Your aura is going to change. And people are going to they're going to subconsciously see it. And either they're going to want to be around you or they're not going to want to be around you because they know what type of time you want. But part of being conscious is to understand that, okay, we live in this world. This world isn't the greatest right now. But if you are God, that means that you have chosen to come into this world at this particular time, which means that you have control over what happens in this world at this time. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to dwell in the problems, get all hype after one of my videos or somebody else's video and do nothing? Because motivation is enthusiasm for action. So you have to act upon the motivation that you have. Here's the thing. A lot of people that become conscious struggle with one thing the most, which is consistency. Why? Because you get motivated, but the discipline doesn't line up with your motivation, which is why you constantly struggle with the same things over and over and over and over again. Now, I challenge you today because I'm not one of these people who are just going to talk shit and not tell you what you got to do. One thing, if you're conscious, it's time to build your confidence up. A lot of times you people don't have any confidence over yourself and you can't really develop consistency. Do you realize that if you don't do one thing in your life, it's going to affect every other thing? Let me give you an example. It's an analogy, actually. It's an example I used in my last men's Zoom last Sunday. Let's say you struggle with order in your life because whenever you do plant medicine, if you do get to talk to your higher self, right? Because your higher self is always there. It's always talking to you, always telling you what you should do. It's all the fact of the matter is whether you're going to do it or not. The voice gets smaller and smaller as you start to move in your ego more and more. But if you start to listen to your higher self more, you'll have it. And your higher self wants order. So let's say if you struggle with order in your life. Well, let's look at your bedroom right now. If you look at your bedroom and your bedroom's a mess, then you struggle with order. If you wake up in the morning and you can't make your bed up, it's probably going to affect every other aspect of your life. If you can't make your bed up, your car is probably dirty, your house is probably dirty. And normally when you have a dirty bed or a dirty room, that means that it reflects a part of your mind. Your mind is chaos. Now, melanin is controlled chaos. That's what melanin is. So a lot of us are chaos. We are chaos beings. But if you understand what we are, we can also change that chaos as well. And we can control it. Because we always want to change. We always want to create. If you are somebody who is conscious, you will be happiest when you're challenging your mind to create. When you're challenging your mind to create. Whatever gift you have, and all of y'all got a gift. Everybody has a gift. Something that you do better than others without real effort. Let's say if you're somebody who can speak. Other people's like, man, I can't just speak like that. Well, that must mean that's your gift because you can do it. It comes to you easy. Whatever comes easy to you that others find difficult is what you normally can find your gift. When you have a gift, that gift normally is how you take care of yourself. So let's say if you're somebody who's become conscious years ago, but you're still at a job and you're like, well, I have no choice. Well, that's bullshit because you do have a choice. You just choose not to challenge yourself to a degree where you can want to work for yourself or do something that you really want to do for your life. You're choosing to stay in your chaos. Now, in this journey, I don't want to be somebody who is successful and my people are not successful. That to me is not fun. That to me sucks because I feel it if you feel it. I'm an empath, so I can feel it. If you're not winning, if you're struggling, I can feel that too. No matter how much it seems like I'm winning, I'm still not as long as you're struggling too. Because part of my purpose is to make sure, I've helped you wake yourself up. Now, let's think about how powerful it was that you even woke yourself in to begin with. If you look around right now and you see these people running to get the shot, walking around outside the house with pantyhose on their face, thinking that's going to protect them from any virus. And you are seeing things to a level that is so obvious and others aren't seeing it. Do you realize that's mastery? That's mastery. You have fallen into such a you have fallen and you were born here, right? So you chose to fall in ignorance and to set an alarm clock on yourself to wake yourself up. How powerful is that? How powerful was that to begin with? Because if you see outside, people are still asleep no matter what they see. They just don't want to wake up. I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about you. I care about you. Because those people out there who don't want to wake up, that situation, the prisoner becomes the prison guard. They are no good. Okay? Because they can be used by the enslaver to make you, to put your life into more of a hell state if you let them. Okay? So I'm going to need y'all to really start thinking about it. Somebody in the comments said shadow work. Shadow work that's shadow work. Looking inside of yourself into all your weaknesses is shadow work. Realizing that your life is the total sum of all of your decisions and everything that you had happen in your life is your fault is shadow work. To realize that you may be a loser right now. To realize that you may be a narcissist right now. To realize that you may be a womanizer right now. To realize all these things about yourself is shadow work. But what we have here is a lot of people who are delving in to the information, can talk a good game, but ain't done no shadow work at all. And I see it. Because when you're really, really exposed and you're really using your gifts, you can see inside of people into the bullshit. You can really see. Because what happens is, on plant medicine, and black people are so afraid of talking about plant medicine, but y'all niggas can smoke weed all day. Y'all can smoke weed all day. You can drink liquor all day. But when we talk about some shit that's really going to help you, that's going to take you out of here so you can get your shit together, you tune out. How is that? How, Sway? How? How? I don't get it. So you have to understand that you are always going to be exposed to yourself. And you got to look at the mirror in your mirror every day, and you're going to have a little voice inside of your head saying you need to be doing more. And the more you don't do more, the more miserable you become. Because here's the thing about knowing the truth. Other people who don't know the truth are always going to doubt you. So stop talking to them. Don't talk to them about the truth because they are a waste of time to talk to. And stop debating. I think debates are some of the lowest forms of conversation there could be. And there's a lot of people on YouTube that are very smart to debate. But a debate is like an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. And I see debates are just for entertainment now. Entertainment, a form of imprisonment. That's what it is. So what am I debating about? Because when it's the truth really doesn't need to be debated. It doesn't need to be. We can build upon the truth, but to have a debate because you don't agree with me, I respect where you are. I need you to respect where I am. Whether you respect where I am or not, I'm going to still do me. Because once you really, really, really wake up and you really understand who you are and what's really living inside of you, nothing's going to be able to move you. So you won't really need to have a debate because you're going to know who you are. And you're going to move in that frequency so unapologetically that you can't be fucked with. Point blank, period. They're not gonna be able to rock with you. You just are who you are, and they are who they are. And you're gonna attract like-minded individuals sooner or later. But you're gonna feel so comfortable around yourself, it doesn't matter if you do or don't. Because if you are a God, you're always having conversations with yourself all the time, and you're always challenging yourself anyway. People, seriously. So I ask you, what are you going to do with your life? Because I don't know about you, but I didn't choose to come here as a black man, right? And be miserable with my life. When I finally woke up, it took me a very short period of time to do some things in my life. And a lot of y'all think that knowledge is going to feed you. Knowledge does not, you can't eat books. You have to apply the knowledge that you actually learn. You can't eat books, y'all. So y'all reading, but your life is still in shambles. You're probably reading the wrong books at this particular point. Those may be books when you got it together. Those may be books when you have time to read them. The books you need to read are the books that's going to give you freedom. Because if you don't have freedom in this world and you haven't figured out how to crack this matrix yet, you need to be reading the books that's going to get you to a level of freedom. Freedom to do what you want to do. Freedom to make your own schedule. Freedom to sit down and read the shit that you really want to read. But you really got to look at your life and say, am I really, really happy? And if the answer is no, that means that you have made yourself unhappy. And you're at this point because now you're going to do the shadow work so you can actually find yourself inside of you. Because there is something living inside of you right now that is more powerful than you can ever imagine. If you remember how we were when we used to rule this world, don't think that we don't rule this world, because we actually do. I'm going to hit you with that. We still run this planet. In our ignorant state, we still run this planet. We have been around for millions and millions and millions of years. Don't think we don't run shit. We still run it. We just choose to be ignorant. Many of us. We're slowly starting to wake up, but we still run the world in our ignorance. We are the fuel that make this world go round. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. Okay? But there is a God living inside of you. I have seen my past lives. Bruh, listen. Do you know that time? Because when you go so deep with plant medicine, you find you find things and you're taught things that nobody knows, that are not written in books. Right? You're taught so many things that will change you. I didn't know how to do videos because I wasn't the same person. Do you know that time is a construct? And all time is going on at one time, simultaneously. Egypt still exists. The future still exists. The present is now. And you're living a simultaneous life right now. Right now. Several of them. Because your soul is split. And many times when you dream, you go to those lives. You go there. So a life that I used to always go to was a life in Egypt as a sorcerer. I'm not going to tell you that sorcerer's name, but a sorcerer. And we're taught that black magic is evil. It's the devil. But then when you understand what 666 means, and they always told you that was the devil, you start to think whatever else they told me was wrong, that was actually good. That was actually bad, that was actually good. Wait a second. What if everything that I was taught that was bad is actually good, but it's just bad for them? Then you really do your research, because when you hear information, when you're really awake, you stop listening to the messenger and you listen to the message, and you take from that and you can separate them. Now, the life that I had in Egypt was a tremendous, great life. And I went so deep that I started to simultaneously live both lives at the same time, where I was going through an existential crisis. I had to make a choice. Do I want to be Reggie or do I want to be him? Because that one right there and basically talks through me all the time in different languages, and I found out how great that person was. Now, there is something living inside of you right now that is dormant, and it talks to you all the time. It tells you what to do. It tells you what not to do. You ever had a situation that happened in your life and you're like, yo, I knew I shouldn't have done that, but you still did it. What was the you that did it? What part of you did that? That was the ego you. The higher self told you not to do it. Well, what happens when you go so deep is you can bring out that higher self that basically talks to you for hours. Whether it's in your language, well, this language is bullshit, first things first. But whether it's in that language or whether it's this English dead language. This English language is dead. This is a dead language. This is the lowest vibrational language on earth. This language has many spells, and it spells you to death when you speak. The etymology of words really aren't what you think they are, right? It's just, here's a book you should get. Boom. This is a book you should get. This is Dictionary and Word Origins, so you can understand what you're really speaking. Like, let's talk about like grand rising, right? And morning. Like everybody says, good morning. Now, when you mourn for somebody, that's MOURNING, morning. But if the same vibrational tone is coming out your mouth, morning, morning, it's the same tone. When you speak, you project vibration. If you understand vibration, when you say vibration through your mouth, it affects your body because you're 85% water. You ever see a water test and they actually play music to water and it changed up the vibrational tone of the water? There was a test they actually did the water and they spoke love into one glass and they spoke hate into another glass. And that one glass they spoke love into, they froze it and it was clear. And the other glass they spoke hate into, the water was frozen and it came out black. Remember that test y'all heard about? Well, check this, y'all. You are water. So when y'all say in the morning, good morning, somebody was like, well, it's spelled differently. People told me it's spelled differently. It doesn't mean that, right? All right. Well, if you're saying the same exact vibrational tone of morning and morning, you're saying the same thing. They change it up to make you think you're talking about something else, but you're talking about somebody dying. And every day you say good dying, happy morning, good morning. It's good to mourn somebody's death. The death is you. Let's talk about the A-E-I-O-U, right? A-E-I-O-U is your vibrational frequency they try to program you because they understood when we actually speak languages, our own language, right? Our language, right? We speak vibrational tone. It is a different part of your voice box that you speak to. So when I used to go deep on plant medicine, my higher self used to always talk about the vibrational frequency we speak through. Because ever since I was a little kid, I used to listen to these languages that people used to speak. And I used to hear Chinese, Spanish. Everybody else know their languages but us. Like, how come we the only ones on earth that don't know our language? What's going on with that? Because of our melanin. And when we speak vibrationally at the right pitch, because we have the right amount of melanin, we can actually control elements. What? We can control elements. Yes. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a story, conscious people. Because if you're conscious, you should be able to have an open mind when you're listening to me today. Because this is the stuff that I was hesitant on talking about because I understand some people have a closed mind. Well, I'm going to ask you, if you're here, if you're still here, to open your mind to some of the things I'm about to say to you. Because this is all verifiable facts, proof, right? Now, Pete, right? Brian, look, okay, I challenge you, Brian. If anybody got a question, just look it up. Look in this book. Look it up, okay? Get this book. I already challenged you. Now, after I challenge you, it's up to you to go on the journey. Now, let's go into something real quick. I'm not going to digress. Okay, so when we actually say our vowel system in school, right? We say A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, right? That's what we say, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Okay, so our real vowel system is ah, E, ah, O, ooh. Don't that feel better? Now, when you're doing meditation, I want you to try that over and over and over and over again. Now, something inside of me said if you keep on doing this, you're going to unlock parts of your DNA where you can speak your language. You see what I'm saying? Because now, at will, I can speak a lot of my languages now. Like, I know a few languages, right? And I can tap into them at will because I practice the vowel system. And at first, you're going to find certain tones, E, I, O, U, are difficult because it's like attack. I put words on it. Like everything. E, like I, O, U. E, I, O, U, O, I, E, I. Up and down, up and down. You're moving it up and down your chakras, energy, vibrating through you at all times. I became religious with it, right? All the freaking time. And every time I went under doing plant medicine, languages was come out of me so beautifully that my whole body vibrated. I felt the most powerful I ever felt in my life. I cried because when you are in a world, right? When you are in a world, right? And everybody is speaking their own language. You're walking and you see the Arabs in the store talking in front of you. You know they're probably talking about you, right? But you can't understand them. You see Chinese talking their languages in front of you. You can't understand them. You see Spanish. You see all these cultures unified. Meanwhile, your people are speaking English, the lowest form of communication there ever was and will be. Well, one lower is the kind of music that got you listening to that mumble rap. So that's actually a lower form than English because you can't even understand what the fuck they're saying because the vibrational tones they're giving you is at 440 hertz, which is shutting your melanin down and your ability to absorb any fucking food. So that's even lower than English. I was trying to tell a young man about that at the gym about the music you listen to. He didn't understand. But yeah, the music you listen to is a music that's shutting you down, totally shutting you down. But back on what I was saying, when I went under last year, and it was so glorious. Like it was so freaking powerful. My body was moving at a vibration, at a rhythm it never moved before. Higher self. And that's when I realized there's a titan living inside me right now. There's titans living inside you. And the reason why you are melanated and you may be afraid of psychedelic plant medicine is because you may not be ready. You may not be ready yet. But I did a video telling you how to get ready, but you wasn't ready for that either. But you ready for this one. because I pulled that down. Now, when it comes down to it, people, when you do plant medicine, you'll find out how conscious you really are. The plant medicine I'm talking about, DMT. I've done the plant medicine. I've done iboga. Okay, I've done DMT. I've done bufo. Bufo is toad venom. They crystallize it and you smoke it. And at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you are totally in outer space. Somebody asks the psychedelics are all that. I mean, you don't know what you're talking about because your ancestors did think they were all that. They did. I bet you think weed is all that or liquor is all that. But this is what melanin people would do. They'll say they're not all that, but they haven't. Like, I don't get it. Maybe you didn't get nothing from it because you're not doing the work on yourself. That also happens too, people. When you're not doing the work on yourself and when you're not really delving into your higher self, the plant medicine will show you nothing and you'll think you're not all that. Because anybody that I know that really has done the work and has went in, you know what's going on with it. You know that you're learning many things from it. You know that you are experiencing other realms of perception that you so need to see. Yeah, weed is all that though, right? I bet. You know, like, I mean, for real. So you can continue to have that viewpoint, but I have my viewpoint. And that to me is not to be debated because I have accessed certain things that have changed me forever. 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 So now, because after you do certain things such as mushrooms, right? Yeah, smoking chemicals. Who's G-Man? I don't know. Anyway, when you do certain things, okay, from nature, right? From nature, you will get the nature's experience because let's say mushrooms, millions of years older than plants, is a fungi that grows out of the earth. And the plants have all the information. All the information. So how do you tap into all the information? You get your body clean, you get your mind right, you get on your path, and you make a move. You make a move. Because here's the thing why I see in people that do plant medicine, right? People that do plant medicine, they'll do plant medicine and they'll get addicted to plant medicine. They'll get addicted to being lost and escaping, but they come back and they don't do the work. They'll come back and they'll do all the work. You know what I mean? Telling you right now. You know? So if you are somebody who is smoking weed, I just want to let you know that weed these days have been weaponized. It's been weaponized, totally and utterly weaponized. You know, I got a friend, he smokes, his face has got patches on it. I told him it's probably because of the weed, bro. It's probably because of the weed. You all of a sudden you got a beard and you just got giant patches in your face now. You smoke too much weed. It's just weaponized. I said, I don't know if you're going to hear me, but you just asked me, and I got to tell you. That weed, why do you think they're giving it away to y'all black people for next to nothing? Do you realize that when they legalize something, you can bet your bottom dollar they tainted it already. You can bet. But the purpose of you being conscious is to actually do the work and fix what is broken. It's not to out information everybody. It's not to make everybody feel enamored because you know everything. It's not for that. It's so you can go inside and conquer the internal world. Because I can guarantee people, if you conquer the internal world, the external world is nothing. It's the inner war that you're having at all times that is everything. That is everything. I'm telling you right now. Okay, so I just see it, man. I just see like people really think that man, people really think that like just because you know a lot of information and you can see it like you're really conscious. You're conscious, you got to work on yourself. Answer some questions. Anybody got any questions? I'm gonna answer some questions. Anybody got questions about whatever? Judith says, so is plant medicine used under doctor's supervision? Depends on what you use. Sometimes, yeah. I suggest if you have never done plant medicine before, you go to a retreat or something like that. I suggest it. I suggest that if you have not worked on your demons, you shouldn't do plant medicine until you do. Because sometimes when you do plant medicine, such as shrooms, and you haven't worked on yourself, they call it bad trips. But there's no such thing as a bad trip. It just shows you the monster inside of you. There's no such thing as a bad trip. Okay? Because I've never had a bad trip. I just had things that showed me some shit that was very uncomfortable. And when you are totally in your higher self, people, you are going to be talked to in a way where there's no blocks and no doubt of your ego, and you're going to know what you got to do. It's all about whether you're going to do it or not when you come back. And no, it's not like LSD. People compare it to LSD, but LSD is a chemical that's synthetic. The plant medicine that I've done is natural. It's organic. Everything that I've done is organic. I've never done anything unnatural like LSD or acid or nothing like that. I've never done that stuff before. I like to deal with the things that our ancestors dealt with. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like to deal with that kind of stuff. You know, my war is being a Christian and becoming conscious, afraid of the unknown. That is a big war, man. Noah, that's a giant war because there's no such thing as a fully conscious Christian. If you're Christian and you're conscious, you can't be both because it's like, okay, you'll go into where that religion comes from and you're like, whoa, so it's very difficult. So a lot of times with Christians, what they do is they'll know a little bit, but they won't know enough not to be Christian. They won't challenge the information that is taught to them because they understand that if they do, it's going to break their world up. And a lot of people don't want their world broken up, so they'll tiptoe around the topic. They'll only focus on things that are comfortable for them. Because part of being conscious is to be outside of your comfort zone at all times, to be in a perpetual state of discomfort. So yeah, it's very difficult. I get it. When I became conscious, it was pretty easy because I kind of already knew it. It was no brainer for me. But some people, it's much difficult. Like there were certain things on my journey in the beginning that was very difficult to not deal with. So everybody got their own struggles. There's no judgment here. Everybody got their own struggles. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Definitely. So it is what it is. So I've learned what our people are really dealing with. And it's a lot of trauma, y'all. We dealing with a lot of stuff. And it's not even the stuff that's happened in our life that we're dealing with. It's the stuff that's happened in many of our ancestors' lives as well, which is living inside of us. Because if you understand, like somebody asked me, they were like, so where are the ancestors? I'm like, well, you're the ancestor. You're like, how am I the ancestor? Because through your DNA, the ancestors live in you. And for many of y'all, this isn't your first life, right? You just came here and you forgot. But you start to remember again. You start to get your memories back again. A lot of y'all get memories back through doing plant medicine or like I'm talking about this type of plant medicine. Like waking yourself up through health and starts activating your DNA. Also, the planet's going through a shift. So a lot of y'all starting to have different types of dreams as well. So yeah. So the ancestors actually live inside of you. You are the ancestors. Okay? You're just here at a specific time to help in the awakening of humanity. And once you awaken, you have a very tall responsibility because people that understand that you have awoken are watching you now. They're watching you like a hawk. And because they're watching you people, you have to really be on your P's and Q's because now they're going to judge you even more now. They're going to be like, you with me eating burgers and talking about you conscious. You out with me drinking. You ain't conscious. They're going to look at you with like bifocals and watch everything that you do. So don't be out here talking you conscious if you're going to just still be with them doing the bullshit. If you're going to do that, if you're going to do something, do your dirt by your lonely at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Definitely. Yeah, man. Like, yo, is it Univis? It's infinite. Yeah, man. Like, bruh, let me tell y'all something I did. All right. This is the most amazing thing that I've ever done under plant medicine. I was at my second men's retreat in Maryland, and we were all under. And like I said, my higher self is a sorcerer. You know, he knows how to do certain things. You know, they say voodoo is bad. Voodoo is bad. That's us. Black magic is us. See this technology right here? You see all the stuff they do, like all the corporate books? That's called white magic, right? That's like manipulation in TV, white magic, right? Black magic is like, our TV is like, we used to use crystals and like hologram projectors through crystals, and crystals held DNA. Like remember how Superman went in his cave and his father was talking to him through like the hologram from the crystals? That's our technology. Their technology is television, tell eyes to the vision. See what I'm saying? So, okay. The most amazing thing that I've ever done on plant medicine was, and this is when all the hard work of learning the vowel system, e, o, ooh, o, e, e, o, ooh, o, e, right? Learning that, doing that religiously, it opened something in my DNA. So the next time that I went under, we were in front of the fire, right? And I looked at the fire and I could see all the faces in the ashes, like living ashes. And when you're under, you get so many downloads. Like, remember like in the Matrix when Neo got like the downloads, he learned like jujitsu, he learned like the martial arts. Well, that's how downloads come into you when you're on plant medicine, if you're ready for the downloads, because a lot of people do plant medicine and you don't get no downloads. So it's all about if you're ready, and if you're ready to receive the information that's given to you. Plant medicines know who you really are. So all of a sudden, the fire was almost going out, and one of my guys next to me, he was about to put a log in the fire, right? And I was like, nah. And this is when my higher self takes over. He's like, no, don't do that, right? Don't do that, right? So I looked at the fire and I started to talk to it and chant to it, right? And say the language to fire, because fire is a conscious element. Fire is actually alive. Matter of fact, after this video, I want you to go look at videos of man dancing in fire, right? Because if fire messes with you, if fire fucks with you, fire will change up its temperature for you, because fire and all the other elements are actually alive, right? Right. So I'm looking at all the ancestors in the fire, right? And I'm starting to talk to it, and I'm talking its language, not this language. I'm talking the language of the fire to get it to do things for me. And this is all my guys, everybody's around me. They're seeing this happen, right? And the fire was almost gone. And I touched the fire and it does not feel hot. It did not feel hot. This fire was like, what the, oh shoot. Like, and that's when I started to talk to it, because it said, talk to me, talk to me. And then that's when I got a download of the talks. And the fire started to come back alive. And the fire started to get really big out of nowhere. And it changed colors. It was like a yellowish blue. It went from orange to a yellowish blue. And it was like moving like in a circular motion along with my hands, you know? And that's when I bent my first element on some avatar shit, like bent it. So everybody saw this that was there, right? So on December 21st, I wanted to try it again, right? And I did it again on December 21st. And I started to talk to it and say the chants to fire. And that's when I realized why I was so drawn to the language, because in my other life, my higher self used to control the elements. Where do you think they get all these cartoons from? Avatar, Dragon Ball Z, all these things. The X-Men. Where do you think they get this from? They get it from you. From you. Now you can think I'm crazy all you want, but I know what happened, and I know what's real, and I know what's not. And I'm truly and utterly awakened. And the more I become awakened, the more I can see. And the more I can see, the more frustrated I get with my people. Because now I know how great you were. I know that we're like in a cocoon state right now of ignorance, but I know we're going to get out of it sooner or later because we still run this planet. Just because you think they run the show doesn't mean they run the show. It means that a part of us let them run the show until we take it back over. They're just holding on to the world for us until we get our shit back, just so you know. So don't trip. Get on your grind. Work on yourself. So when it comes back to you, you're ready to take back over because this is your shit. Okay? Okay? And Caucasians, if you're watching this, you ain't the Caucasian I'm talking to. Because the people who think they run the world will kill you to get to me. Ha! You couldn't do nothing for me if you wanted to. You couldn't. So this ain't about you Caucasians. This is about the other ones who don't give a damn about you. They do not care about you. Okay? Because they will murk you just as fast as they'll murk me, for sure. Just so you know. You know what I mean? For sure. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm just gonna let you know. Also, I'm gonna put a number. It's like it's a text community, right? Because sidebar, I got some things going on. I got some things coming out. So I'm building a text community so y'all can get it first. That's the number you should text, right? Text that number and you'll be in a text community and you get all the details first. Also, if you go, because a lot of y'all are sick or sickly and y'all like, you know, you're eating like garbage all the time. You're not fasting. Go to my website and grab some supplements. But please, because it's very difficult for people like me to really be on YouTube getting my information out there because there's nobody who owns me, right? I don't have any partnerships with anybody like other people online. So there's nothing that they can benefit from me. So when they don't benefit from me, right, they push me down further in the algorithm. So when you don't shoot me a like, it's going to go further down. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give y'all some facts. I'm trying to really help y'all. I say go to the website, get the supplements. They work. I say, you know, make sure you fast for a certain period of time. It works. I say through the languages, work on yourself. Then you can do plant medicine. It works. And then you'll have the same type of or a different insight than I have because I understand that everybody has their own perspective, right? The website is in10sityfitnessunited.com. Miss Intensity, put that website in there. And if you spend over 50 or 35, enter in the coupon code FCOVID and you get a free bag of sea moss. Over 35, enter in the coupon code FCOVID and you get a free bag of sea moss. I like sea moss. I've actually been using sea moss gel over the face for like a face mask and a hair mask. It's very, very good. It feels very, very good. You know what I mean? Please, so everybody, please thumbs up the video. We got 65 in here. Please like the video. You know, if anybody has any questions, I can speak on it. I'll be live as long as y'all got questions, or if not, you spelled it wrong, babe. I got you. Hold on. It's all good. Hold on. I got you. Boom. There's a link right there. Y'all click right on the link. You know, click on the link. You know, join the text community. All that stuff. You know, but I'm just trying to let y'all know. Yeah, like Bobby Hemmett. Man, listen. Bobby Hemmett, the master teacher. If you're on that level of understanding, watch Bobby Hemmett videos. Like, anybody who has went really deep has this type of insight because, and it may sound weird to many of y'all, this type of insight, but I went so deep that I was willing to die in order to find out the information because a part of me knew that it was going to take me to the brink of death, but I wasn't going to die. But I was willing to go that deep to find out the information that most individuals are too afraid to find out. The last time I did mushrooms, I did 25 grams. And I found out so much information, you know? And when I do plant medicine, I literally come back with more information and I get more down. It opens up the brain to receive more information and more types of insight. Plant medicine is not meant to be abused. What I was seeing with plant medicine communities were people abusing plant medicine. And when you abuse plant medicine will kick you in your life. Not your ass, it will kick you in your life. And I've seen too many plant medicine fiends. You're doing plant medicine every day. It's not supposed to be done like that. Mushrooms is not supposed to be done like that. You do the psilocybin, you learn from the psilocybin, and then you come back and you do what your higher self told you to do. Don't do it every day microdosing. I don't even believe in microdosing. I feel like you don't need to microdose. You need to dose, learn, and work. And then after a few months, go in again. You know? We get rid of it. Get rid of it. Because that shit is tainted. It's tainted. It's tainted. You know, so, hey, man. Hey, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. I'm only here to help. I'm only here to help. And I can't change for anybody. I know that my intensity is an acquired taste. But I am unapologetically me. And if you're unapologetically you, people who are unapologetically them will not bother you so much. Because you will understand not to be ashamed of yourself. If you are passionate about something and you're not afraid to express yourself, you should embrace that. Because when you embrace that, you'll find people that like you for being you. There are so many people out here that are fake. It's a breath of fresh air to hear somebody who is real. And there's a lot of fake people out here putting on a show for you. You know what I mean? Putting on a show for you. Just to get the views, just to get the likes, just to get the purchases, but they're not really giving it up for real. They're not telling you where they learn this information. They're not giving you any resources to do your own journey. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, my lady is cramping up pretty bad. I'm sure there's something that she can do about this. Coach, any advice? We don't eat meat, sodas, candy, chewing gum and stuff, but it's got to be something, right? You might want to go grab some maca. Now, maca's not in stock, but Devin, I know you, so you can hit me up, and I got a couple of extra bags of maca just laying around, and I got you, all right? So you can buy some maca from me. You know my number. You can hit me up. Hit me up on the text community, 303. Was it 302 303 8103 in text community, and you can get some maca. Now for the rest of y'all, maca is on the way. It's taking a while because it's been held up in customs for a pretty minute, a long time. So when it gets here, it gets here. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Yes. This is IMQ. This is probably one of the most important things that I didn't say. Intention. One thing about life, one thing about plant medicine is your intention. What are you intending to experience in life? Are you intending to be successful, or are you intending to fail? Your actions will show your intention. Now, when you do plant medicine, you're definitely going to have to set an intention because that's going to happen probably. I always say set an intention, but never an expectation, which means is set an intention that's going to happen, but never an expectation on how it's going to happen. Because what you do is when you set a direct expectation on how it's going to happen, you don't let the universe work for you. Because universe is beyond your understanding, right? So whatever way it comes together, is whatever way it comes together. And if you leave yourself open for that by not setting an expectation, you'll receive what you're looking for as long as you keep your eyes on the prize. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Somebody said your stuff saved my life from COVID-19. I'm glad it did. You know what I mean? I'm glad it did. You know what I mean? Thinking about doing a workshop on breath work. You should. You should. You should. You know? And this frequency of fear that many of y'all have right now, cut it. Because some of y'all say, you know, some of you may say, I'm eating healthy, yada, yada, yada. But do you have fear? Because if you have fear, you can make yourself sick. They're trying to induce sickness through fear. Because when you have fear, it affects the organs in your bodies. It affects your chakras, which are connected to the organs in your bodies, and induces sickness. So kill the fear. And you know how you kill the fear, people? Do things that you're constantly afraid of. And that's how you kill the fear. Do things that make you feel uncomfortable. And that's how you kill the fear. Say what's on your mind and move through your throat chakra. And that's how you kill the fear. If you stay quiet, if you stay seized up, if you're afraid to speak your mind and speak your truth, you're going to live in that fear. And that fear is going to rule over you and inhabit you and make you sick. Many people got this whole COVID thing because they were fearful of it coming to them. And by enacting the law of reversal, it came to them. Because that what you think about the most will come running right to you. That's how it works. So, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all know where to find me. You know what I mean? You know where to find me. Hit me up. Join test community. Visit the website. Enter FCOVID upon purchases. I'm only trying to help you. I'm not trying to entertain you. I'm giving you the goddamn solutions to save your life. And if you listen to me, you'll see that, trust me, when you are being talked to by 1,000 people who try to entertain you, and that one person that is really trying to help you, you'll listen to those thousands. But I'm asking you to listen to that person that's really just here to help you. Right? No spaces. No spaces. F-COVID. No spaces. One word. F-COVID. F-COVID. No, like that. All right? So I'm just, hey, listen. I ain't about to conform. I'm not gonna be jumping, buck dancing around. Listen, I'm fun and all that, but listen, man, we gotta build. How about this, y'all? How about we build and then we have fun after we build? How about that? I think a lot of y'all having too much fun out here. That's what I think. I think a lot of y'all talking ratchet, getting the ratchet information. So how about we build, we get serious about life, and then we have some fun, right? Because when you create a kingdom inside of your home, inside of your life, you can have fun. But you can't have fun when you're struggling to pay bills, when you got to go work doubles, when you broke all the time. You can't have fun doing that because you can't eat books, but you can apply the information from them. And if you're reading books that doesn't have anything to be applied in life, please start reading them so you can get your shit together. Just saying. So I love y'all. Until the next video. If anybody needs me, you want to talk to me one-on-one, consultation, you know what I mean? Listen, there it is. And Sean, I got all three of those things. So it is what it is. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all soon to the next video.